Hello everybody, one of my videos. Today playing Amiga today. See by the screen page, I'm in this game. This is Lemmings. Still to this day, I've never finished the game before, even though I got it originally in 1992. 3 videos have been done so far. Now we're going to Big Bad Boys. This of course is Mayhem. We arrive at level 91, it still works, and 90% to be rescued from 100 Lemmings in 8 minutes. It's going to be tough, but there we go. We'll see how we do today. It's more than games, Lemmings. Let's go. Okay, resume play. This is Lemmings. Mayhem has officially begun. This is level 91. It starts off very difficult because when you drop out of the starting block, it's actually too far from the fall. So you've got to create a small little bridge. That way when I land on the ground, I'm going to splat on the ground. So anyway, a very challenging opening start, but what were you expecting from Mayhem? Lemmings is one of the most successful games of the early 1990s, a puzzle platform created by DMA Design and published by Pharaohs for the Amiga, MS-DOS and Atari ST in 1991. The game was developed by Mike Daly and David Jones, inspired by an animation sprite that was created by Daly on a program called Delta Paint on the Amiga. This is level 91, still works, 100 Lemmings, 90% to be rescued in 8 minutes. Time is plenty, absolutely plenty, no issues there. But this one's going to be done by using mostly building abilities. And like other episodes of this so far, this series, this one will be edited down as well. I don't want too much footage, just one Lemming focusing on building all the time. Increase it to 99%. Lemmings is one of the most popular video games ever created. It's selling more than 15 million copies. And it's been ported to mostly all platforms, including the 3DO, Apple II, Macintosh, Commodore 64, NES, Master System, and many others. Lemmings won several prizes as Best Computer Game in 1991 and considered to be one of Amiga's best games of all time. And even to this day, I've still never finished it. In fact, I've never finished any Lemmings game at all as of 2023. But today, hopefully, we'll make some good progress here. But anyway, so far, so good. But yeah, this one, again, one Lemmings pretty much doing all the work going solo. But yes, like other videos on YouTube, this one is also going to be edited down. So once it's finished that final block, he'll shrug his shoulders and off he goes. But yeah, this one still works, it's still all over the place. And of course, you can't punch your way through steel, you can't blast your way through steel. The only way is by walking over it, or climbing over it, or of course, building over it, what we can do in this case. But don't fall in the drink. Increase the rate to 99, that's the maximum, and you cannot go below the initial rate, which is 15. Builders are always ready to construct sturdy bridges at a moment's notice, which is very handy when faced with a deep pool of lava or a deep chasm below. But having laid their 12th brick, builders will shrug their shoulders and become walkers once again, even if the bridge stops abruptly in mid-air. So listen out for the clicking sound when they lay the last few bricks and be ready to assign the build ability when or if needed. And in this case, very much needed. Of course, Lemmings cannot swim in this game, but Lemmings 2, the tribe that did introduce the swimming skill, which of course is a permanent skill, but only for that level or they fall to their death. Same as the floating ability and the climbing ability. Now this one is also a floater, so of course he keeps that until you reach the exit door. But his work is not done. But anyway, still a lot more building to do. Once the area is clear, I'll release the pack and get them here in the safest secure way possible and try and save a little time for this video. But in the meantime, we're not done with building blocks. But yeah, got plenty of building skills, still got 14 left. Each one features 12 bricks, which again is plenty. It's doing well, but not quite there yet. In the meantime, just release the pack. Cue the 5-second countdown. Now builders will stop building if they run out of bricks, hit a wall or hit their head on top of the ceiling, which turns them around and goes back in the other direction, which is what I want to do in this case. But there we go, plenty of skills and plenty of time. The levels are grouped into 4 categories on most platforms: Fun, Tricky, Taxing and Mayhem. On the Sega Mega Genesis version there were 2 additional difficulties, Sunsoft and Present. Present also featured on the SNES version, bringing up the grand total of 5 difficulty levels. Later in the year, 1991, an expansion pack Oh No More Lemmings was released, featuring 100 levels and 4 additional difficulties. Tame, Crazy, Wild and Havoc is consisting of 20 levels in each. Which is again another game I've never finished that one either. But here they come, superb. But yeah, very difficult opening level, a bit difficult with that opening fall. Meanwhile, I did reach Mayhem back in the day, but didn't get far into it. But yeah, 90% is needed, we've nailed it, superb. We're off the mark on Mayhem. Okay. Superb, there we go. Let's go, he says. Level 92 is called the Boiler Room. This one contains 100 Lemmings, 90% to be rescued, release rate of 30 in 6 minutes. This will be done by using the 3 Bs. Builders, blockers and bombers. This one we have no diggers, miners or bashers of any shape or form. The only way to go through the terrain is by using a bomber. So increase the rate and keep the build going. The SNES version has a Sunsoft rating with 5 Sunsoft specials, and the Sega Mega Genesis version has 2 ratings after Mayhem called Present and Sunsoft, each with 30 levels in each. The PSP version has a special rating with 36 levels. The Atari Lynx version, due to smaller screen size, has modified versions of all levels with reduced height. speaking of height, of course, Lemmings can't fall for too great of heights. They should be fine, but in the meantime, I'll give them a floater ability, which is Umbrella, which of course is a permanent skill. The Zega Suspension version has 60 levels, but contains none of the traps or hazards other than water, like other versions of the game. It has a couple of unique levels, but due to the hardware limitations, each level is a single colour, including the Lemmings themselves, so it does make it a bit difficult to see what is going on. And I have to admit, I've never seen that version before. But anyway, now we've got to try and close this gap. There's multiple ways you can do it. I was experimenting by going down here and going up there, but I think this is probably a much better way of doing it. But we've got to try and close this gap. But yes, this Lemming's going to be going solo, doing all the work himself, but unfortunately got to sacrifice himself at the end. But we've got to try and close this gap. We're going to try and get as close as possible to that platform and then put a blocker in there and then nuke him basically and put a hole in the top. But don't put too great a hole in your bridge, giving you more work to do. But yeah, every time he hits his head on the ceiling, understandable, he's going to turn around. A few more and then we'll go for it. That should be plenty. Close as possible. But yeah, we're not done with building yet. Bombers, useful for dispatching single Lemmings, such as blockers. Bombers lay down their lives for the greater good for the Lemming community. When activated, a 5-second countdown to self-destruction will begin. These camera-coded critters will explode, although the bomber may perish in the quest for Lemming's salvation. He sacrifices his life in order to save many. Now, it's going to be a bit crowded in here. There's going to be so much going on in such a small space. But of course, we're going to need quite a lot of builders here. But hopefully, we'll build it in the right direction. But yeah, it's going to be very messy. Yeah, about 9 times out of 10 they're going to be hitting their heads. But we want them to go in the direction we want them to go, which is exit door. There we go, superb. 90 was needed, we got 98%. That's fantastic. There's our level code. On we go to level 93. Level 93, it's hero time. 30 Lemmings, 100% needed. 99 release rate and only 1 single minute to do it. And just to put a title, we need a hero. We're holding out for a hero at the end of the night. Got to be strong, got to be fast, got to be fresh for the night. And also, got to do absolutely everything all on his own. Mining, bashing, building, digging, floating, climbing, and saving everyone. All the rest got to do is just stay alive. Give an umbrella, give him a climbing ability, and also he needs his building bricks. Hopefully he's going to build in the right direction. Also on the right hand side is a crusher. Any Lemmings come close to that, we flat as pancakes. But you have to admit, I've not seen many levels of Mayhem, but I imagine this is going to probably feature quite a lot on later levels. High release rate with a low time limit, I'm assuming so. But at least it's going to get home first. Yeah, put the kettle on as well, done anything else. But anyway, go down there and dig through the floor. Here they come. Superb. Brilliant. But yeah, just going to go down to absolute wire. Just give you a blocker and a bomber, but of course you don't need them here. Just to throw you off, I guess. Does not get any closer than that. There we go. We had no time remaining. 100 needed, 100 rescued. On we go to level 94. Level 94 is the Crossroads. 100 Lemmings, 100% needed, and 99 release rate and 1 single minute. Featured before level 25 of fun difficulty, Lemmings everywhere, which featured 5 minutes, and also it had 20 of every single skill. But yes, only having 10 bashers and of course the release rate is going to make this a lot more difficult than it was the first time around. We don't want any fall to their death. We want all of them punching in the right direction and staying alive, of course. There we go, made the most of that. Every single basher was used, and hopefully every single one was saved. Quite loud on my headphones. There we go. That was level 94. There we go, did that with 10 seconds remaining. Fantastic, there we go. No one bites the dust. On we go to number 95. Okay, level 95, down, along and up in that order. This one's featured once before, but this time a lot more difficult than we saw the first time around. But you want to try and get about 5, if you can, over the left-hand side. Don't be under 5, don't be over 5. There are going to be a few losses though. But also, you don't want the Lemmings too close together. We'll try and separate them as much as possible. But yes, 5 is the score you're aiming for. And also, you've got to build to the correct point, and also your builders are extremely low supply. But yes, 5 is what I need. It's difficult to tell though. We'll risk it for biscuit and go with that. But yes, there are going to be some losses. Just hopefully there's not going to be too many. But yes, try and build into blockers, and when that happens, they turn around and go in a different direction. Of course, the fast forward function not feature until Lemmings to the tribes. Right, this one, 80 Lemmings, 75% be rescued in 5 minutes, featured before level 28 of fun, if only they could fly. Now, this is a simple build from the ground to the sky, but of course, many more skills and abilities will be given to you. Right, so the block is in place. Use the next build. Build at the right point. Don't build too early or build too late. But I have to admit, the pack is a little too close for my liking. Try and break them up a little bit. But basically, just keep repeating the process and make the entrance door a safe and secure one. But yeah, there are going to be a few losses here. Up they go. And block them there and repeat it again. Right. Right, blockers, arms outstretched. Blockers stand their ground and prevent other lemmings from passing them. They can even turn around builders while in mid-build. Exactly what we're trying to do here. Once more, and then we're good to go. It's absolutely crucial. Right. Once assigned a blocker, it will remain a blocker, but can be given the bombing ability if need be. Assigning 2 blockers is recommended when penning a large horde of green-haired critters in one group. Right, so now we're good to go. The exit is now clear. Right, we're going to try and defeat some of these blockers. I've done a tremendous job. This one's been standing by the lava, giving me quite a tan, but now his job is done. So cue the 5-second countdown. But yeah, that was difficult. That took me about 40 minutes, that one. That was quite difficult. It was quite difficult to try and send the right quantity of lemmings over to the left-hand side. Right, okay. But yes, we are allowed to lose quite a few though. 75% is needed in 5 minutes. Don't fly them up too early, they've got a hole in the bridge. 5-second countdown has begun. And you. And you. Finally you. There you go. Superb. Difficult though, we got through it. Superb. So there we go, 75%, we rescued 92. That's no problem for you. On that attempt, on we go to the next. Let's go, he says. Level 96 is called One Way or Another. No resemblance to Blondie whatsoever. This one contains 75 lemmings. 100% needed. Release rate of 50 in 4 minutes. First time we saw this back at level 39. Should be difficulty. They just keep on coming. And that one I went left because that one has blockers. This one will go right. We have no blockers at all. But like the first level of Mayhem, it's absolutely bombarded by so much steel. Now we do have arrows. You don't need the brightest bulb in the Christmas tree. You're going to bash the way the arrows pointing. Don't need bashes anyway. But we don't need to do that either. But we are going to put a hole in this bridge and rebuild it early on today. That way it keeps them in a pack. But it's going to be the classic zigzag approach to get up there. Now you might turn around, you might not. And I'm pretty sure this is about the sort of area me and brother got back in the day in terms of Mayhem. The goal of each level is to guide the lemmings from the entrance to the exit by clearing and creating a safe passage for the lemmings to use. Unless assigned a special task, each lemming will walk in one direction, ignoring any other lemming in its way, except for blockers, falling off any ledge or turn around and hitting over the obstacle they cannot pass. A lemming can die a number of ways, falling from a great height, drowning or falling into lava. Disappearing at the bottom of the level map or being caught on a fire or trap or being assigned the bomber skill. Every level has a time limit, and the time expires, the level ends, and the player is evaluated on the amount of lemmings they've already rescued. Right, now we've got to try and turn them around. So we don't have any bashers, we're going to use digging and mining. But first we'll try and turn them around by using the building skill and then turn them around immediately and go back into a miner. That way it'll keep going in the direction we want it to go. Right, increase the rates. Should be more than enough now. Right, build, turn around, use the arrow keys, it makes it so much easier, and keep going. And get ready, and eventually we're going to try and set them on the way, and try and do it in the quickest time possible, again to save time for this video. In fact, I'm going to do it right now, why not? Right, so now, who's going to get there first? Hopefully the one at the bottom. Also close that gap there as well. That's superb. Right, should be good now. Plenty of time, but yeah, I have to admit, it's not too bad. It looks worse than it is. But yes, it would have been easier to go left if it had the building ability. Or the blocking ability is what I meant to say. We do have 10 exploders, we don't need them here. But that's plenty, absolutely good. To successfully complete the level, the player must assign special skills to certain lemmings. Which skills and how to use them are available to the player varies from level to level, and the player must assign the skills carefully to successfully guide the lemmings, and there are 8 skills in the game. A bit different to later games, Lemmings 2, about 50, something like that. There we go, superb. We need 100%, hopefully none died there. They didn't, 100% needed, 100% rescued. Level 97 is called Poles Apart. This one's difficult, got me about half an hour or so, but I think I've got it. But I just don't think these first 2 lemmings are savable. I've tried multiple times, including Pixel Perfects. Because it starts off with 50% initial release rate, I just don't think it's doable. But what you must try and save on this one is your builders and your bashers. You need absolutely all of them, that and your one and only climber. But basically you've got to sell them poles. Some you take out of the equation by bashing through it, and some you take out of the equation by digging through it. But yes, this is a difficult one, I have to admit. Climbers can vertically climb up most tall objects. Once assigned, climbers will retain the ability to climb for the rest of the level. I'm going to plan ahead here and don't have too many lemmings in one confined space. It's difficult in this sort of situation, but anyway, we've got to dig through this one. And this space here will allow for a 12 brick bridge. Nothing more, nothing less. It should stop before you reach that wall. Otherwise, you turn around, go back the other direction, and having a permanent climbing skill is going to be an issue of concern. Right, so it's a case of building in the right point. He's getting absolutely annihilated at the moment of time, but there we go, superb. But yes, he should stop before he turns around. And of course, once a climber has the floating ability, he becomes an athlete. So climb up there and climb up there again. Diggers burrow vertically downwards through most materials such as earth and create narrow shafts, which if deep enough can create their own dangers and potential lemming deaths. We don't want any of that. As soon as diggers break through, they will stop digging. Diggers will dig until they hit an unpenetrable barrier such as steel, and some can create their own graves. Now this one, 50 lemmings, 90% rescued, and we have 5 minutes to do it. But yeah, this one's got me for quite some time. Again, same rule applies, this only allows for 12 building bricks. And you should stop just before that wall, and do the same thing again, we'll climb up there. And again, we'll take the long one out of the way with the dig, and then use the final 2 builders, and that'll take us home. Right, clear as mud? Hope so. Right, Jamie, focus on one thing and one thing alone. Right, digging. And then I'm going to focus on here, but again, because it's spread out, that makes it a lot more easier to pinpoint the bit you want first. But yeah, this one, I don't think we've seen this one before. Quite a lot of levels in this game do feature more than once, sometimes even 4 times because it's sending difficulty, but I don't think this one's featured once before. This is the one and only time. There is a similar one though, but yeah, should be good to go now. Just don't time this bash badly. It's a 50-50 shout. I don't like it when it's like this. Right, right on the edge. Bingo! Fantastic! My heart was in my mouth for a moment there, but there we go, superb. 90% required and 5 minutes. That is gold part. Bingo, there we go. 90 needed, 96 rescued. That seemed like no problem for you. On we go to the next. Last one, that's a rotten egg, level 98. I have to admit though, never seen this one before, never attempted it, but I picked it up quite quickly. I suppose in this way, it's quite similar to the one we just did in terms of well-timed building abilities while close to the wall and having the climbing ability equipped. But hopefully, when he shrugs his shoulders, you'll be close to the wall, you'll fall in the lava, you'll keep on climbing. You've got these builds absolutely on the edge, but yeah, not too bad. Lemmings were one of the best received video games in the early 1990s and the second highest rated game in the history of Amstrad Action, and considered the 8th greatest game of all time by Next Generation in 1996. Right, set one away. Also, we do need 2 climbers. Brilliant. This is a crucial point. Lemmings are also one of the most widely ported and best-selling video games. Also estimated to have sold around 20 million copies between its various ports. Popularity of the game also led to the creation of sequels, remakes and spin-offs, and all inspired other games. Now, even though we do have arrows going from right to left, we can't punch that way anyway and got any, but if you're going in the right direction, you can actually mine or even dig down an arrow-placed platform. But now it's a case of timing it well. We get 100 lemmings, 90% to be saved, release rate of 55 and 5 minutes. Mine is complete with medium pickaxes, dig downwards until they run out of diggable material. Normally they'll tumble through the tunnel, hopefully land a short distance on the solid ground below. Lemmings cannot mine through steel. Right, time it well, there we go. In 2006 remake, miners were wearing yellow mining hard hats. Other ground movement skills in later games was the scooper, the club basher, the fence, the stomper, the laser blaster, the bomber, and the flamethrower, which of course featured in Lemmings 2 The Tribes. Right, now we've got to try and dig down, but hopefully hit steel, which is what we need to do. That way it's not going to be too far from the fall. However, it might go quite close this one. The flamethrower briefly shoots a stream of fire which burns away any destructible terrain close to the lemming in front of them. However, it does not affect other lemmings in the process. Hopefully I've not messed this one up. It might be a case of falling on that lip. Just by the skin of their teeth. My lord, that was difficult though. But yeah, fantastic. But yes, Lemming 2 The Tribe had so many additional skills. Unfortunately, my skills did not save that one. There we go. 90% rescue, 55 leaf straight in 5 minutes. Bingo, 96%. I want to go to the next. Okay, day 2. I was expecting to get a bit more done in day 1, but of course, Mayhem is a lot more difficult than before. But anyway, resume play with level 99. Okay, resume play once again, level 99. This one contains 100 lemmings, 90% is needed, and 4 minutes to do it. Featured before, level 29, fun difficulty, lower lemmings. That one features 100 lemmings, 60% was needed in 8 minutes, and 30 physical skill. Not this time, we've got 5. If you've used someone already, the block is already in place, but technically lose 1, 99 is required. It was difficult to try and pinpoint your bashers and your builders when there's so many lemmings in defined space. Not waste too many by hitting your head on top of the ceiling. So you'll punch your way through the staircase and then climb up there. You'll punch your way through a pyramid. Right. But it might take 3, maybe even 4 to get up there. It might even come down to a single pixel. Yeah, don't want to waste too many. But of course, first time around, you had so many skills. But being fun, it's more of a tutorial. Right, this might go down to the wire, I think. Not in terms of time, but in terms of skills. They do get a digger and 20 bombers, but you don't technically need those. You need 1 bomber anyway, or just use the Newton ability to get rid of the blocker on the right-hand side. Right, have we done enough to get up there? 1 more to be sure. Bingo! Right, I'm going to punch our way through here. Again, pick the right points, make your move. Bashers dig horizontally, creating a tunnel. He'll only dig when there's a suitable surface directly ahead of him. As soon as he breaks through to the other side, he will stop bashing and become a walker again. However, should he run into something he cannot tunnel through, he'll stop, give up, and turn around. In some games, bashers are holding hammers, while in others, they're holding absolutely nothing. Right, now we've got the classic zigzag approach to get up there. But yeah, don't hit your head too many times on that ceiling and waste too many of your bashers, or builders as we say. So left, right, and up again. But yeah, there's going to be so many lemmings in a very small, narrow space. That's perfect. That really was perfect. Right, okay. But lucky, the edge of the platform is actually dipped. That will actually help a little bit. Right, is that good? I might give him a slight haircut, but I think he's okay. But there we go, that's brilliant. That should be perfect. Looks good. Looks good. It's amazing. There we go, brilliant. Oh, in the meantime, let's go over here. Look, this guy who did an amazing job. There we go! Woo! Amazing. That was level 99. On we go to level 100. So technically, 20 more remain. There we go. 99 needed, 99 rescued. Okay, level 100 is called the Pillars of Hercules. Unfortunately, got a few hazards though. Not sure what it is. Could possibly be the drop at the start. Unfortunately, lemmings can't fall that big distances. They break their legs, so we try and reduce the gaps by building from left to right and right to left. Basically, the zigzag approach once again. This one, 75 lemmings, 60% needed, release rate of 1 and 5 minutes. Right, 1 more floater remains. Floaters use umbrellas to break their fall. Floaters can safely descend from lofty heights without being spat on the ground. Once a floater, always a floater, even while walking on the deck. They just refuse to give their body back. And also, it's nice to see it's different levels. So many levels do feature more than once, maybe even 2, 3 or 4 times. I don't think that happens in Own or More Lemmings, so all 100 levels are actually different. Maybe that's why I reduced it from 120 to 100. But it's a nice game as well. That should be the final hurdle. Now, at least the fall is going to be a safe one. Now we're going to try and get over to the left-hand side. 1 climber is needed. Use the digging ability, and then it's a big build once again. Don't crash through this wall. Not yet, anyway. Right, superb. There we go. But yes, it's nice to see some different levels. Right, so at the moment of time, it's got 14 bricks. Each bag of bricks contains 12 bricks. That's plenty. You might hit his head on the top, but you'll turn around and go back the other direction. And of course, he has the climbing ability to remain a climber. In the meantime, increase the rates. And of course, don't want to fall into either. There we go. Right, so he's got 12 bags of bricks. He's got 144 bricks in his possession. That's plenty. Right. Time should be a problem, this one. Okay. Build from there, fall onto there, and there's a big final push. Well, he's still got 96 bricks in his backpack, but he's doing alright. Other building skills levels to the tribes: the filler, the planter, the stacker, the platformer, the sand pourer, and the glue pourer. The glue pourer is similar to the filler with a crucial difference. The cement from the filler that is poured will drip down through the holes, but glue from the glue pourer will not. glue will stop when it reaches the other side. And speed of the other side, let's set them on the way. We need one well-timed punch. One will do it. There we go, superb. Lemmings 2 The Tribe is a puzzle video game released in 1903 and the sequel to Lemmings. As the original, it was also developed by GMA Design and published by Psygnosis. Gameplay remains mostly the same as the original, but the skills will increase from 8 to 51. However, only 8 skills were assigned per level. And that level is complete. There we go. That is level 100, the Pillars of Hercules. There we go. Needed 66. We rescued 82. Okay, level 101. We all fall down. Again. Right, go to 70. Right, this is featured before. Level 13, fun. You all fall down. 20 diggers, 3 minutes. Tricky, level 32. We all fall down. 40 diggers, 3 minutes. Taxing, level 90. We all fall down. 60 diggers, 3 minutes. Now, 101. We all fall down. 80 lemmings, 100% needed, 3 minutes, and 80 diggers. And all of them have to survive. I've gone up to 70%. I've changed my tactic on this one because it hurts. But basically, all of them have to do something. As long as they don't fall off the edge, they won't splat on the ground. So I'm going to leave 1 or 2 space gap. But yeah, half of them will be doing some work and half of them not. So that is the plan. And also make sure your mouse mat's clean, make sure your mouse is clean, and give yourself enough time to do it. Scrolling that screen is also a bit of a problem. It wasn't last time, hopefully not this time either. But I have to admit, I've been dreading this one. But I think this is the only one that features on every single difficulty. It's a nice idea though. It's much easier on the early stages. The more you progress into it, the more difficult it gets. No surprise, it features on Mayhem as well. Right, 1 space gap, 2 space gap. Down, 2 space gap. Every single one has to survive the fall. One goes splat, the level must be restarted. 2 space gap. I'm not looking at the bottom of the screen, I don't know how many are in, but I'm assuming all of them are out. Hand is starting to hurt already. In fact, it was hurting about 30 seconds ago. Right, 2 space gap. Can't be too far away though, but we'll try and scroll that screen if I can. There we go, superb. I didn't hear any squelching on my headphones, but that is superb. Hopefully more than enough time as well. So there we go, 41 didn't do anything. All we've got to try and do is survive and go to the exit door. But yeah, a nice touch though, but I'm very pleased that that one is now over, because I wasn't really looking forward to that one. It's very painful, really is. But there we go, that was level 101, we all fall down. 4th time, and the final time. But there we go, 100 needed, 100 rescued. Okay, level 102 is called the Far Side. 75 lemmings, 100% needed, 50% release rate, and 4 minutes. And again, it's nice to see some different stages. There's been quite a few so far in Mayhem, so I'm approving of that. But of course, you're going to get your fair share of ones that repeat again. But anyway, we can't just go over to the other side by walking over there. We've got to go around a big long route. So plenty of digging, plenty of bashing, and of course your fair share of building thrown into the mix. No bombers and no blockers. Don't need them anyway, because of course we'll rescue all of them. We're going to try and bash to the left, dig down, use the classic building turnaround technique to bash the other way, and then build over here, and then the rest is history. But also, when it comes to steel, sometimes the steel goes further down into the earth than you actually expect, so don't bash too close to the steel, leaving enough gap. The original Lemmings also had 20 two-player levels. This took advantage of the Amiga's ability to support 2 mice simultaneously, and the Atari's ability to support a mouse and a joystick simultaneously. Right, so build followed by a bash. Superb. Each player is presented by their own view of the same map on a vertically split screen, can only give orders to their own lemmings, green or blue, and has their own base. The goal is to get more lemmings, regardless of the colour, into your own base than the other player. Gameplay cycles through the 20 levels until neither player gets any lemmings home. And even though I knew that existed back in the day, we never actually attempted it because we didn't have 2 mice back in the day. But it's a nice touch though. But yes, a game that has so many levels combined into it. Not just 1 player, but 2 player combined. It's a nice touch. I don't know if that featured in Oh No More Lemmings though. I'm not sure. In the meantime, we've got bash through these 2 pieces of steel. And again, don't be too close. I've planned ahead there. That makes it a bit more easy to pinpoint which direction they're going. And there's the classic build once again to up there. Okay, we're now officially homeward bound. The inspiration for the gameplay came as a result of a simple animation character sprite of an 8x8 pixel box created by Daily using paint. as part of development for Walker, then envisioned as a sequel to Blood Money. Daley was able to quickly produce an animated graphics showing his graphical moving endlessly, with additional graphical improvements made by Gary Simmons and other members of DMA Design to help remove the stiffness of the animation. One member, Russell Kay, observed that and said there's a game in that, and later coined the term Lemmings for those creations, according to Daley. Allowing the creatures to move across the landscape was based on a salamander weapon concept for Blood Money and demonstrated with the animations. Right, hopefully that has closed the gap enough so no Lemming's going to turn their back and go the other way or fall to their death. Every single one has got to survive though. But anyway, all we've got to try and do now is turn around, one more build, and they're going home. But yeah, that poor Lemmy has actually been absolutely bombarded by so many now, but hopefully all of them are going to survive. Plenty of time, only just though, 34 seconds. So busy reading off the screen, didn't actually realise how much time was remaining. But yeah, that is actually quite close. But another really, really cool level. There we go. Superb on the other side. There we go. Bingo! 100% needed, 100% rescued. Okay, level 103. And this one also does feature, like level 26, only 2 Lemmings. Before, it was Nightmare on Lem Street. This time, the Great Lemming Caper. 2 Lemmings, 100% needed in 5 minutes. Now, before this one was a bit of a smarty pants. It's got me for a while though, I think I've got it. But basically, what you're going to try and do is bash underneath the blocker to turn it back into a regular walker again. Because on this one, yes, there's only 2 Lemmings, but you've got 2 builders and only 1 climber. Plenty of bashers, but you only need 2. Anyway, shrug your shoulders, and this next build has got to be right on the edge, so pixel perfect once again. But then he's got to turn around and we bash underneath his feet. And then hopefully climb up there, and the rest is history. But yes, plenty of time on this one, but that really, really did get me quite some time. So he shrugged his shoulders, now we've got to bash underneath his feet. But yeah, it's going to hit him right in his big toe. Hopefully I haven't dug down too far. Right, so he'll go over. So basically they're just switching positions now. So now it's his turn. So he's going to now go into a basher, and the other one's going to be a climber. Luckily, we've only got 1. Yeah, a nice idea. I like that one, but that really confused me. I just thought, how on earth can you do that with only 2 builders? But yes, it is doable. It's always doable. Just a little bit more challenging the first time around. The first time around, I don't know how much skills we had. Probably unlimited supply, I guess. But of course, a much easier task considering it appeared at level 26, which was fun. And this is fun, but there we go. 2 done, 2 rescued, 100%. There you go, wasn't expecting to see that today. But there you go, Pea Soup. Great memories of that level on Lotus 2 Turbo Challenge. But anyway, it's a different game. On we go with 104. Next in store is level 104. This one is Pea Soup. It contains 80 Lemmings, 93% be rescued in 5 minutes. And this involves building, and a little bit more building. That and don't fall in the soup. But anyway, 1 Lemming is going to do all the work all on his own. Now, Pea Soup or split pea soup is soup made typically from dried peas. That and split peas. It is, with variations, a part of the cuisine of many cultures. It is often greyish-green or yellow in colour, depending on the region and variety of peas used. Now, I'm going to put a hole in this bridge and fix it later on. In the meantime, let's keep on going. Pea soup isn't eaten since antiquity, and is mentioned in Aristophanes' The Birds. And according to one source, the Greeks and Romans were cultivated this legume about 500 BC to 400 BC. During this era, vendors in the street of Athens were selling hot pea soup. And I have to admit, I've never tried pea soup. I don't know if you can get it here in the UK, I'm not sure. But I do like Pollington peas and mushy peas. And we're going to try and land on each one of these peas, even though they're more like meatballs, especially the one in the middle. But yes, keep using the timing well and using the digging well to try and land on each one of the peas, and the rest will follow suit and get to the exit door. But yes, I do like the Pea Soup level, of course, with features of Lotus 2 Turbo Challenge. Great memories of that one. But yes, I don't know if Pea Soup in general is supposed to bubble like this. But anyway, we're going for it. We're hanging in there. A builder is a skill given to a Lemming. It is the 5th of the 8 skills available in Lemmings, as well as the classic tribe of Lemmings 2. Builders create a diagonal staircase upward consisting of 12 bricks. Once a builder runs out of bricks, he will shrug his shoulders and continue walking. You can make it build again by clicking on him and selecting him before he walks off the bridge. The Lemming will stop and turn back if he bumps into a wall or ceiling. The builder is notable for being the only classic skill capable of adding terrain to the level. As such, it's featured heavily in solutions of many levels. In Lemmings, the puzzle ventures of mobile phones, builders work in a similar fashion to other games. However, the stairs they put down are different to being nearly indestructible. They are often to stop falling boulders that can only be removed by using the bomber's skill. Right, so there we go. I've actually released the pack already. Hopefully I haven't released them too early. Don't want to fall in the Pea Soup. But anyway, hopefully we're going to land on that platform and not in the drink. And hopefully the drop's not going to be too big. But there we go. Pea Soup has been completed. And that takes us on to 105. Yeah, making some good progress though, but still got some way to go to finish off this difficulty and of course this series of long plays. But there we go. Fantastic. Lord. But there we go. Fantastic. 1 minute and 7 remains. There we go. 93 needed. Rescued 100%. Okay, welcome to level 105. This is the fast food kitchen. Of course, this one was finished before. This time, one of the Lemmings, 96% be rescued in 2 minutes. First time we saw this one was back in level 40 of tricky difficulty. That one had 8 minutes. This time we've only got 2, so it's 6 worse off. It's difficult. We've got 2 trapdoors and 1 exit door. So it's difficult. We've got 2 things happening at once. Also, you're going to keep switching from side to side, and of course, make sure you pick the right builder at the right time. So of course, we're going to have 2 clicking at the same time, run out of bricks at the same time. Right, increase the rates. Don't lose track what one's going to finish first. If that's the case, it's timing it well. Release those builders when you need to. Release the blockers when you need to. That's what I meant to say. I made that mistake so many times today. Right, so yes, quite some difference. 1 minute and 12 remains. Yeah, when is the right time? I'm not sure. When you don't have a lot of time, it's difficult to pinpoint what is the right time. Do one more and we risk it for well and biscuits. Right, use the arrow keys. Makes it so much easier. Ugh, my lord. Right, that's done. Do one more, release the other side. Bingo. It's going to be close, I think. Can't do any more than that. I've run out of bricks. Crikey, that is so close. Right, how are we doing for time? Right, with these, it's fine. So if my calculation is correct, you can only lose 4 this one. I think we've done it. There we go. Fantastic. Brilliant. Alright. Oh, there's a few more. No, there's not a few more. There we go. 96. We rescued 96. Spot on. You can't get much closer than that. On we go to the next. Okay, level 106. This one's called Just a Minute, and that's all we've got. Trouble is, you've got to try and save all 100% of the 50 on this level. And they do this by delaying the pack, and also delaying the point of where you actually release the rate to 99%. So what you've got to try and do is get 4 of your bashers all bashing at the same time. Then you dig down, then use your final basher and continue the run. Because now it's dipped, now you've got to try and release the rate, but at 29 seconds I've experimented. Now, by the time the pack will arrive on the scene, the coast should be clear. Otherwise, it'll just hit the wall and go back that way. And of course, we don't want to do that. But it's interesting, but yes, I kept thinking, how are you supposed to do it with just using one basher? But no, you've got to use all of them, but you've got to have all of them bashing at the same time. So we've got 10 seconds, and hopefully none of them have gone back to the other side. That's perfect. Again, interesting, but we've done it. We've got time, there's nothing left, 0. But there we go, 100 needed, 100 rescued. On we go to level 107. Okay, level 107 is stepping stones, which is 80 lemmings, 87% be rescued in 4 minutes. And yes, these stepping stones are very thin, but the same width as a lemming. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give this lemming an umbrella, so that way we land on each stepping stone and cushion the blow, make it easy to dismount. It's probably going to take about 3 builds to get to each one. But of course, you can stop a build early by using any of the bashing, mining or digging techniques, but I think the bashing is probably the best way of doing it. And also, no bombers on this one, so you've got a difficult build at the end of it to try and build over that blocker. It's not a nice thing with a 50-50 shouts. Right, so anyway, the umbrella is going to help, so hopefully land in the middle of the platform and makes it easier for future times. Superb. The policy of the game on the Amiga led to wide porting of many other platforms and is regarded as being one of those widely ported video games. Within the year of its release, the game imported to Atari ST, the Sinclair Spectrum, the PC and the SNES. David Jones stated after porting the game to 20 different systems, he stopped keeping count of additional ports. Other commercial ports of the original game were the 3DO, the Acorn Archimedes, the Apple IIgs, Apple Macintosh, CD-TV, Commodore 64, NES, Master System, and the Mega Drive was the PC Engine, Fit CDI, and the Sharp X68000. Right, I'm going to try and stop this one early. Bingo. Right, now it's going to be the difficult task going over there. It's going to go down to the wire once again because we've only got 3 left, and we need all 3. Time is not an issue. Right, let's go for it. Right, go for it. I'll risk it for a biscuit and keep going. And also, in 1998, a open source cross-platform clone was also made called Pingus. Right, here they come. Have we done enough? Have we built far enough? Of course, we're surrounded by Pea Soup once again. Increase the rate, Jamie. That's brilliant. Absolutely perfect. That was difficult. That took me about half an hour. It was difficult with that 50-50 at the end, with that blocker. There we go, superb. All we do now is get rid of the blocker on the left-hand side. There we go. Needed 87, we rescued 98. Okay, 108 and then level 4. 100 lemmings, 90% needed in 9 minutes. This is absolutely chaotic with 4 trap doors and 1 exit door. And also it's difficult to pinpoint where the best place is to start. We'll start by digging down there, blocking up there, and also climbing over here. Try and get over this hazard being water. And also we get over this hazard as well. It could be a pixel perfect. Right, but I'm going to put a blocker at the end of this one, that way it's safe. And once it's safe, then you can send up the rest of the pack. This one might need 1 more. In the meantime, let's send more their way. Superb. And that's now clear. Increase the rate once again. Put blocker there. That one is now safe and secure. Right. But yeah, I've never ever seen this one before. Never experienced it before. Right, so now we're going to climb up there and start making these ones a bit more safe and secure. So we can build up there, and once this area is clear, we'll take this blocker away, and that will make that one safe as well. But it's difficult to try and plan this one out. It's just, I don't know, I'm really not sure. But as long as some are going home, we're making some good progress. But yes, 90% is needed from 100, so technically you can lose 10. And you are going to lose a few. But hopefully not too many. So, we're going to turn around and go back the other direction. I was tempted to release them already, but I don't want to give myself too much work to do. So close that gap, and then that one will also be complete. In the meantime, let's get this one on the go, shall we? I really forgot about that one. Right, that should be good as well. So I think we're in the clear. Send them up there. And then we'll build up there. But unfortunately, he's going for a little bit of a climbing situation. Because of course, that is a permanent skill. So he might survive, but he probably won't. Right, that is also done. And also, now we take that one away. That is also done. Now it's just this one. I have to admit, this is not going too bad.
Oh no!
So it's a zigzag approach once again. Don't get these lemmings stuck. Very easily done. Where there's like vines nearby. All we've got to try and do now is turn around. And we are done. It'll be very messy in there. Right, superb. I think we are good to go. I think that is about as good as I can get it. Right, nuke that one. So if my calculation is correct, I think we've only lost 3. Which I don't think is too shabby. Considering that is absolutely chaotic. That is 108 and then level 4. 90% was needed and we rescued 97. I'm really happy with that. On we go to 109.
Let's go!
Okay, level 109 is called Time to Get Up. And what I'm going to do first is set up 2 lemmings climbing up this wall. Unfortunately, it's not going to end well for both of them, but both of them have to be well timed in times of exploding by putting 2 holes in this wall. There's 1. And there's 2. This one, 50 lemmings, 92 to be rescued with 5 minutes. And this is of course featured once before, level 41 of tricky difficulty, Lemmings in the Attic. That one had 84% required in 8 minutes. And both levels need so much building. Brilliant, that's the easiest bit. Now we've got to try and get up to the top. Once again, it requires so much building, but we've got plenty in our possession. The original sales of Lemmings on Amiga topped 55,000 copies on its first day of sales. In comparison, Menace sold 20,000 copies and Blood Money sold 40,000 copies. With all ports included, Mike Daly estimated that 15 million copies of Lemmings were sold between 1991 and the year 2006. Right, we've got 4 minutes, but we've still got a long way to go. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to save time by putting a hole in this bridge. But unfortunately, we don't have any bashing abilities. We've got to use an exploder. I'm going to fix it later on. In the meantime, we don't want any falls to their death. Okay, the final push. Repair the damages, and now we're going to blast our way through this wall. One should do it. And increase the rate in the process. Right, here we go. 5-second countdown.
Oh no!
There we go. Absolutely fantastic. Increase it to 99, and there we go. Amazing. Superb. They're homeward bound. And I have to admit now, it's actually 2:30 in the mornings. I think, yes, this was called time to get up, but I think I'm going to go to bed now and resume play on a 3rd day. There we go. Fantastic. Did that with 92 required, 92 rescued. Spot on, can't get much closer than that, or we go to the next. Okay, arrive at level 110, and this is day 3. See how we do today. But it is actually 11 o'clock at night. Let's go, it says. Welcome to level 110. No added colours or lemmings. This one features 50 lemmings, 1% is needed, and we've got 5 minutes to do it. And of course, this one's featured once before, way back of level 5 of fun difficulty, now use miners and climbers. And that one only had 10 lemmings in total. And this is going to be the 2nd level of this episode. We're trying to return a blocker back to its original state. But not this time using the punching ability. We've got to use a pickaxe. And like builders, you can also turn around the other direction if you don't time it well with a blocking ability. But even though this bridge is now safe and secure, we've got to put a hole right through it using our last remaining pickaxe. And then use the last 2 skills, being climbers, to get up there. Otherwise, we can hit their head and turn around. Right, there's not a big gap, but it doesn't need to be. But anyway, hopefully they're going to get up there. Minor is a skill is given to a Lemming. It's the 7th of the 8 skills available with Lemmings, 8th in the 2006 remake, as well as the classic tribes of Lemmings 2. A miner digs a tunnel diagonally downwards. He will stop if he hits steel, runs out of ground, or is told to do something else. A miner that starts very close to a blocker may change direction if he's hit his arms before moving the ground under his feet. In the 2006 remake, miners wear yellow mining hard hats. Which I think I have seen, yes, that is all on the PlayStation 2, I believe. Also on the PSP. But anyway, that level is complete. That is level 110. 100 needed, 100 rescued.
Let's go!
Okay, level 101. I'm going to go absolutely stone dead quiet on this one. Because this one is an easy way of doing it. And a difficult way of doing it. But today I'm going for the extreme, trying to save time for this video. This one, with a twist of Lemming, please. This one contains 50 lemmings, 100% is needed in 5 minutes. And you have 50 floaters. Basically, every lemming's got to survive. So everyone needs an umbrella to survive this fall. But I'm going to try and focus on this, not focus on that. But yes, there's a much easier way of doing it, but it takes longer. Right. But yeah, we've got to try and get through this. Well, of course, he's going to be hitting his head on top of the ceiling. And of course, yes, that might buy me some time. But now, of course, he's a permanent climber. I want to keep him over there. I don't want him over here. Right, okay. Scroll that screen if possible. Right, difficult one coming up. I know, it's crazy, I know. How are we going to turn around and... yeah. Perfect. Right, hit his head on the ceiling and turn back. Unfortunately, this last one is a pixel perfect, unfortunately. Okay. Fantastic. Right, he's going home. The question is, do I leave it like this or attempt it with a bash? Either way, it's going to be a 50-50 shout. Got 16 remaining. I could speed up the rate if I want to. do a fraction at a time. It's crazy. Right, we'll leave it as that. Right, 50-50. Phone a friend or ask the audience. Terrifying. Right, let's go for it. Yes! Superb! There we go! Of course, there's a much easier way of doing it. But Morgan's Games, we'll do it some different way. We'll do it the most difficult way. Just to keep people on the edge of their seat. My lord, it is now 3:15 in the morning. I know I'm absolutely crazy, but there we go. They're going home. We need all of them. I didn't hear any deaths on my headphones. I'm assuming there wasn't any. But we've got no skills. Every single one has been taken away. Lord. How difficult was that? There we go. 100% needed, 100% rescues. Can you do it again? I don't want to do it again. Go on to 112 now. Superb. Okay, level 112, a Beast 2 of a level. Shadow Beast 2 is a platform game developed by Reflections and published by Notice in 1990, and a sequel to the earlier Shadow the Beast. Shadow Beast 2 finds our hero Arbron in half-beast form wandering the lands of Karamoon in search of a kidnapped sister, who's been taken away from her mother's cottage by a dragon form of the beast mage Zelek, servant to Maltooth. Along the way, Arbron befriends the wise dragon Barloom and must defeat the evil dragon Ishram. Tree pygmies and the forests of the goblins of the crystal caverns serve as foes. And of course, this is the fourth and final of the special stages in this game. The first one was Shadow the Beast, the second one was Menace, the third one was Awesome, and the fourth one is Shadow Beast 2. A really nice touch to the game, but it's actually the first time I've ever attempted it, even though I'm a big fan of the game. What we're going to try and do first is basically punch away through these chandeliers, but it's going to be quite a few pixel perfects, but it's 9 times out of 10 by being done by one lemming going solo. We're going to try and punch away through this tree stump, which of course features near the end of Shadow Beast 2. But we've got to try and use a combination of bashing and mining to get through there. Right, shrug his shoulders, off he goes. He'll fall down. We keep mining down, that's fine. But yeah, it's a really nice touch. Like I say, never actually attempted this back in the day, but the earlier ones, of course, many times we did. Now this one can be done by basically just one lemming going solo. So yes, he's going to be doing all the work, all the others will safely and sound into confined spaces between two blockers. But yes, quite a lot of building is needed here. So what does one do? Just finish building a well-built bridge. We're going to mine and bash into a well-built bridge, but this one's already there. Now go to the start, release the pack, send them on their way. So I'm going to pick my point, make my move, and the rest is history. And time? No issues at all. Plenty of time. Right. Shadow Beast 2 was ported to Atari ST and FN Town's computers, as well as the Mega Drive and Mega CD platforms. The Mega CD had drastic changes made to it, the most noticeable being the new soundtrack, complete with voice-acted dialogue, sequences, and FMVs. The in-game graphics were also slightly enhanced, and some areas of the game were redesigned to be less difficult than the original. Right, so now we've got to build up there to make the exit door a nice and easy secure one. The music from Shadow Beast 2 and 3 were composed and produced by Tim Wright. These titles were featured a more extensive soundtrack and utilised ethnic samples taken from, among other sources, the same Korg M1 synthesizer that was sampled by David Whittaker for the original game. Shadow Beast 2 contains a total of 17 tracks, most notable of which are the title theme and the game over theme, both of which used real sampled electric guitars. So there we go, a lot's disobedient, but there we go, 85% is needed in 5 minutes. Bingo, we've rescued 98%, but there we go, on we go to the next level. Okay, level 113 is called Going Up. This one features 100 lemmings, 80% needed, and a grand total of 9 minutes, which of course is a very long time. The level itself is very well done, really well designed, but it's not the most exciting level to do. This one requires a lot of building, even more so bashing. You want to try and be at the correct point. You want to be as high as possible, but not too high where you go off the screen. The first thing you'll do is turn them around. While the player is able to pause the game to inspect the level and the status of the lemmings, skills can only be assigned in real time. Lemmings are initially released at a rate predetermined on the level from 1 to 99. The player can increase the rate as maximum to the desired of 99. and later decrease it down, not lower than its initial rate. So in this case, we go to a maximum of 99, we can't go any lower than 70. What he's got to try and do now is get to the next part of the screen, which of course is that wall. First thing first, turn it around, and you want to get it to about there. And we need to be up there. And he's got 300 bricks in his backpack, but he's going to be a busy boy. So yes, we'll try and get up there, and then the big bash to the other side. Well, he's pretty much there, but his work is far from done. Now he's got to bash through this entire wall. Right, it's clobbering time. Bash through this. Now, I've just made myself a cup of tea, got plenty of time to drink it. Yeah, this Lemming is going to be absolutely knackered by the end of this. Okay, it's nearly there, but Lemming's definitely going to need an umbrella. Unfortunately, there's only one, there's not enough to go around. But yes, he will survive, but the rest won't. So what we're going to try and do is now, basically, build the other way to try and make it safe for everyone else. Right, let's build up there, and in the meantime, let's set them on the way. And there should be 99 in here, even if it doesn't look like there is. But there should well be. Okay, the final hurdle. We'll bash through here. Now, this is actually a hazard. Any Lemmings walk underneath that is going to be electrocuted. But anyway, that will certainly ruin his day after all the work is done. But anyway, he's going home now. Rightly so, he deserves it. He's worked hard. In the meantime, we need to try and delete this blocker. And yes, wait for the patch to arrive on the scene. But yes, it's a good level. It is. It's not the most exciting of levels. But yeah, a lot of waiting around. But that is another one done. That's level 13 going up. And he's going home. Rightly so. There we go, last few arriving on the scene, that's fantastic, but there we go. Success. 80 needed, 99 rescued. Level 114 is all or nothing. One punch to the left. One punch to the right, and one to the left again. Basically, 50 Lemmings, 100% is needed, 99 release rate, and 1 minute. And this is not down to skill, this is down to luck. If they're all one in your favour, you have every right to go home. Bingo! That is difficult. I had about 30 attempts on that one, but there we go. Didn't know a lot about that. There we go. Short and sweet. On to the next level. Level 115 is called Have a Nice Day, which features 100 Lemmings. 90% is needed in 5 minutes. And of course, we saw it before. Level 43, tricky difficulty, Lemming drops. That level was very generous. The amount of builders it gave you gave a grand total of 50. And even for a Mayhem stage, 25 it gives you this time is also very generous. Pretty much going to do it the same way I did it the first time around. In the meantime, giving a climbing ability and a floating ability makes him an athlete. The main design was funded in Dundee in 1987 by David Jones, soon to be hired former classmates Mike Daly, Russell Kay and Steve Hammond. During its years, the main design was backed by Psygnosis, primarily focusing on Amiga, Atari ST and CD4 games. Great and successful shooters such as Menace and Blood Money, they soon turned to platform games after the release of Lemmings in 1991, which was an international success. After developing Unirani for Nintendo, DMA Design was set to become their second-party developer, but partnership ended after Nintendo's disapproval of Body Harvest. Right, we don't want him climbing up there yet. We'll try and turn him around, of course he can still climb. Right, we'll turn him around. In 1997, DMA Design released Grand Theft Auto, which was a huge success. The company was soon acquired by Gremlin Interactive. Following the release of Grand Theft Auto 2, Gremlin was acquired by Infogrames. And after the Infogrames acquisition, DMA Design's assets were sold to Take-Two Interactive. In 2001, after the release of Grand Theft Auto 3, DMA Design was ultimately renamed Rockstar North and became part of Rockstar Games label. Right, just up there and we're very home. Future successful games included Manhunt, Red Dead Redemption, Max Payne 3 and the continuation of the Grand Theft Auto franchise. Right, we're now going to dig down through this bridge. Only have one digger, one is enough. Increase the rate 99 and one more successful build to go. Hopefully the gap in between is big enough for them to survive. We don't want any fall into our death here. We've still got 3 minutes, which is plenty. But yes, very generous. I have to admit, not bad for 115. Right, we don't have any bombers, got to try and nuke the blocker on the left by using the nuking ability. There we go, brilliant, it really is good. Don't kill all them, game, time it well. There you go, 115, 90% is needed in 5 minutes. Bingo. Okay, another day, we resume play. We resume at level 116, the Still Mines of Kessel, which is 100 Lemmings. 90% is needed in 8 minutes. First time we saw this one was a long time ago, back in level 21, you live and live.
Oh
Even though the time limits were the same, the skills were not. First time around we had 20 every single skill, this time we're limited to 3, which is fine, 3 is enough, just use them very wisely. Now, of course we don't have any ground moving skills apart from the exploders, so that's what you want to use to blast through 4 walls. I'm going to try and use the blockers, if possible, on steel. That way, when you blast them, you don't put a very big hole in the ground. But also, the evil vines feature on this one. Now, vines are a bit of an issue, and a bit of a mystery as well, because sometimes Lemmings will walk over it, and sometimes they'll be blocked by it. They can either use the blockers and exploders, or hit right in there, block if you've got enough time to do it. Cue the 5-second countdown. Of course, it's got its fair share of building, it always does. Now, in this one, builders are quite limited. You've probably got enough for one mistake, but don't make it more than that. You won't have enough to reach your door. And it's difficult when Lemmings are overlapping each other. We want to try and build for about here. Now, I'm going to delay it a little bit to give you enough time to put the blocker on the left. Yeah, they're a little bit too close to my liking. Bingo. Right, blocker on the left. Don't fall in the drink. You shouldn't do, they're pretty well spaced out. Oh, there's 2 there. Never mind. Just don't lose too many. Right. Okay, rates increased. Blocker turn out of the equation. We're not done with hazards though. On the right hand side is a bear trap. Any Lemmings walk over that, you're going to lose their heads. We still need 3 specific Lemmings to do 3 specific skills. 1 to build, 1 to block, and 1 to bomb. And then they're going home. Right, put one up there. Cue the 5-second countdown. Leave a few seconds gap, and we'll set the others on their way. In 1998, PC Gamer declared it as the 21st best computer game ever released, and it editors calling it as fresh and addicted today as it was when it was first released. In 2018, Complex is the game 70th of their best Super Nintendo games of all time, and in 1995, Total ranked the game 81st of their top 100 SNES games, summarising the game that spawned a dozen imitators is still one of the best platformer games available. And they're going home. Right, we're going to go over to this left-hand side. We've got a bomber to contend with. Still got 2 more exploders. Set them on its way. There we go. Lemmings inspired several sequels, including Christmas Lemmings, which was released between 1901 and 1904. And the 1901 expansion Only More Lemmings. A standalone sequel was Lemmings 2 The Tribes, All New Lemmings, 3D Lemmings, and Lemmings Revolution. By mid-1905, Lemmings and its sequel had accumulated sales of more than 4 million units worldwide. And there we go, we've still got about 4 minutes and 40 seconds, but that is level 116, the Steel Mines of Kessel. And that is the second time it's featured, and that's the final time it's featured. On we go to level 117. Not many more to go now. Whew, there we go. However, only just, by the skin of my teeth, 90 needed, 90 rescued. I didn't mean to get it like that. Level 117 is called Just a Minute Part 2, which is interesting. Wasn't that long ago we saw Part 1 back in level 106. And it's exactly the same location, the same quantity of Lemmings, the same release rate, and the same time. The only difference is you have 1 additional climber, which you don't need. So I'm going to do the same thing this time as I did last time. Use 4 of your bashes all bash at the same time, dig down, use your final basher, continue to run, and release a pack at the right time. Which was about 30, remember rightly. But there we go, not too shabby. But when you're getting close to the end of a series, I'll take that. I really will. Because it dips down, you'll try and delay the pack so it doesn't go back over there. There's a hazard over there anyway. But there we go, superb. All down to the wire, it did last time. But really, really interesting. Really a bit of deja vu, but you're actually getting more for your money that time. 1 additional skill, but everything else is the same. There we go, 10 seconds, but I think we've nailed it once again. All of them has survived, all of them will survive. Level 117. Very, very close once again. There we go. The lights went out. Needed 100%. Rescued 100%. On we go to 118.
Let's go.
Okay, level 118. This was called Minder's Step. This one features 1 Lemming and 1 Lemming only. 100% is needed, believe it or not, and 7 minutes. I think it's probably the only one in the game that has 1 Lemming. Even though technically I haven't seen all of them yet, but I'm assuming it probably is. There's 2 levels that only had 2 Lemmings, which we've already seen. Technically it was the same level, but different difficulty each time. But anyway, when we've got to try and reach, actually on the left, we'll get around this piece of steel. First, we'll do the classic turnaround technique by using the building ability. And continue digging, that way now we're going in the right direction. But these platforms are very thin. And also, no floating abilities. He's not got many skills at all, but enough to get the job done. Right, it's going to go down there. Don't leave it too early or leave it too late. Right, basically, build, drop, build, bash, dig, build, bash, and a little bit more build along the way, basically. But that's just the first part. But of course, with lots of jagged edges and steps, there'll be plenty of areas where hit his head. Christmas Lemmings, also known as Holiday Lemmings, was also released as a series of short games released between 1901 and 1994. The gameplay remained unchanged for the base game, which is not required. First released as Christmas Lemmings as a 2-4 level demo in 1901 and 1902, there were 2 later full retail releases on Amiga Atari ST, released in 1903 and 1904, both with additional 32 levels. Right, don't mess this up, Jamie. Messing up here is going to result in death. Right. But this is a crucial point. Right, on the edge is best. And also, pick your point. If it's probably the best point to go for. Lots of jagged edges. The flatter it is, the less chance you're going to turn around by hitting his head. So, at least now if he does turn around, he won't go down in bottomless holes. Right, so, be ready and be steady. Right on the edge. Might hit his head. He didn't hit his head, that's fine. Right, that's perfect, that really is good. But yes, this one is also a good one to aim for, but of course got more digging required. Right, bingo, there we go. Okay, makes a good ground. But anyway, this next bit is quite difficult, and I have experimented with quite a few attempts previously. But yeah, this one is a lot of trial and error, but I think the best point to aim for is here. Nowhere else is going to allow you to do it, because he's always going to hit his head and turn back and go in the opposite direction. And he probably will here as well. But if that happens, just use the stairs to put him around to try and turn around and go back the other direction and have already attempted it. Also, we've got this pneumatic press, and you can't bash through here because it still will prevent you. So the only way is to build over it. Right, 4 minutes remain. It's probably going to turn around. Yes. Okay, we'll turn it back around again by using the stairs. Right, now we'll try and bash through this wall. And also, it's going to be a very, very small area to aim for here. So he might hit his head multiple times. Yeah, it's like threading a needle, this one. So, stop him building. Keep building that way. Yeah, he's going to have one serious headache off of this one. Okay. Close that gap. He's doing it very well. There we go. Right, we're very nearly there. 3 minutes and 10 remain. Right, use the punching ability to stop him in his tracks and keep going. Yeah, make sure we don't spoil it here. We don't want to be as flat as a pancake here. So, build through there, build up to there, bash through there, and he's going home. And rightly so. He has every right to. He's worked hard. Okay. Superb. Could have bashed through there. That might have given you less work to do, but it would have taken longer. There we go, superb, brilliant. Again, a level I've never experienced before, but a lot of trial and error on that one. But there we go, he's going home. 1 lemming required, 1 lemming saved. Superb. On we go to level 119. Okay, level 119 is called Save Me. This one features 100 lemmings, 80% you rescue, with an initial reach rate of 50, and we've got 5 minutes to do it. So technically, you can lose 20 on this one. And there's quite a lot to see him do. But anyway, this one is going to go on for quite some time. I'll try to edit down as much as I possibly can. But basically, what we're going to try and do is build from the middle with a blocker on the left and a blocker on the right. Now, it's not going to be at the most sturdy of bridges, because if you get us along the way, that hiccup is going to be a hole through it, which we'll fix later on. Now, we only have 2 diggers, 3 would have been nice, and also a miner would also be very handy. But in the meantime, we keep going. At the time of its release, Lemmings received several high scores from gaming magazines, with only the level of graphics and sound receiving some small amounts of criticism. David Shear's compute, in his review for Lemmings for the PC, stated that perhaps Psygnosis tapped into the human instinct for survival in formulating this perfect blend of puzzle, strategy and action. Amiga Computing stated that Lemmings is absolutely brilliant. Psygnosis has managed to produce a game that's not only totally original, but also features the kind of addictive gameplay that will keep the player coming back time and time again. And what we are going to do again is build this bridge. We're going to repair the damages. But also, his work is done. We're going to sprock him there, and now we've got to build the other way. Of course, building it into a blocker is going to change direction. My lord, he's in there somewhere, but this is one busy bridge. So much going on here. Right, well, enough gap in between Lemmings and bridge. Right, and I don't want them too close together. So I'm going to use some builders, but building at different times to try and spread them out a little more. But yes, a miner will be very handy here, but we don't have any, not a single one. We use a combination of bashing and digging. And hopefully by the time they arrive at the scene and depart, they won't fall to their death. That's the plan anyway. Right, superb. Delay, 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 and dig. Brilliant. Commodore Amiga Review stated above all, the concept is simple and the game is a lot of fun. Computer gaming world stated that not since Tetris has the viewer been so addicted to or completely fascinated with a series of challenging puzzles. Follow the crowd and get Lemmings. In 1902, the magazine named it its Action Game of the Year. The game was reviewed in 1991 in Dragon by Hartley, Patricia and Kurt Lesser in the role of the computer's column. The reviewers gave the game 5 out of 5 stars. The Lessers reviewed the Macintosh version of the game in 1903 and in Dragon and also given it a version of 5 stars. Right, to save time, we're going to build over these blockers. And unfortunately, we have got no bombers at all, so we can't do anything there. But what we do need to do now is basically, we need 2 well-timed builds. Now this might at first glance look like it's not possible, but there's actually a slight difference in position there. There's actually the smallest little bit there which allowed them to stand, but not for very long. It'll be really, really quick on your button clicking. Right, so I'm going to build just a fraction and put a blocker on the end of it. And same the other side, and that will allow them to follow suit. And hopefully they've built over that blocker. Right, it's a pixel perfect, block them, and we're good to go. How are we doing over here? They're superbly out of there. Unfortunately, no exploders. Never mind, it's not too shabby. Right, we've got lots of blockers to get rid of, so we'll use the nuke ability. There we go, fantastic, level 119. We're going on to the final level. 120 is on its way. We ended that with 20 seconds remaining. We need 80, we rescued 94. Okay, it's been a long, tough journey. My throat is absolutely killing me now. But anyway, level 120 has been reached. Rendezvous at the Mountains. It's featured 80 Lemmings. Now 79 Lemmings. 75% to be rescued, and we've got 9 minutes to do it, which is quite generous for the last level. But the level is huge. It probably is the largest level in this game, but it is actually a trapdoor on both sides of the screen. And we've seen a few of those over the journey. Now, I have to admit, over the course of the series, I've not been relying overly much on the map. Not by pinpointing on it, I've been using the scroll mostly. Now if you hold the right mouse button down while scrolling, you scroll a lot faster. But for a level this size, it's going to take ages to get to where you want to get to, so it's best to pinpoint on the map. But anyway, for a level like this, it's going to be hazards plenty, but this one, about 9 times out of 10, you're going to be building in the process. But also, we've got to do some floating, there's only one anyway, and also got to put a hole through this bridge. But yes, it's going from side to side all the time. But yeah, use that way of doing it. It's a much better way of doing it. But yes, either side, you know the drill. Okay, you, my friend, are safe. The reward is an umbrella. You're going to need it. In the meantime, this one is not safe. However, it's not too far away. One more build here. Then we've got to do a quick bash through this signpost. One more build and a homeward bound. In the meantime, set them on their way and get it moving. And that is the easiest one of the 2. Right. Bash through here, a quick change, one more build, and then one side is officially done. Right. Bingo. Right, now we've got to focus on this side now. So we start things off by bashing through this arrow-pointed wall. I don't want him going all the way. Not yet, anyway. So we use the build to turn him around. Now this hazard isn't actually too bad, because yes, it will flatten you like a pancake, but you actually just build straight through it. In fact, you won't actually hit your head on it at all. Just keep going. Yeah, it's pretty much building from now to the end. Lemmings are small rodents usually found in or near the Arctic in tundra biomes. Lemmings form a subfamily together with voles and muskrats, which form part of the subfamily the Merodia, which also include rats, mice, hamsters and gerbils. In popular culture, a long-standing myth holds that they exhibit herd mentality and jump off cliffs and committing suicide. They measure around 13 to 18 centimetres and weigh around 23 to 34 grams. Lemmings are quite rounded in shape, with brown and black long soft fur, and they have a short tail, a stubby hairy snout, short legs and small ears. Right, save a bit of time by building from there. They have a flattened claw on their first digit of their front feet, which helps them dig into the snow. And this one features no snow at all, but we're not done with building yet. Okay, we've got 5 minutes remaining. Right, one more build and we're good to go. And we'll set them on their way for the final time. Right, move the screen. Be prepared, be ready. And get punching. Brilliant. They feed mostly on moss and grass. They also forage through the snow surface to find berries, leaves, shoots, roots, bulbs and lichens. Lemmings do not hibernate through the harsh northern winter. They remain active, finding food by burrowing through the snow. They live in large tunnel systems beneath the snow in winter, which protects them from predators. Their burrows have rest areas, toilet areas and nesting rooms. They make nests out of grasses, feathers and wool. In the spring, they move to high grounds where they live in the mountain heaths or in forests. And lemmings do not explode. But there we go, 4 minutes and 10, we are now officially complete. This has been a really tough task, but I have enjoyed it. I do apologise how long these videos have been, and yes, I am talking through this amazing game. Some people like it, and probably some people don't, but I've enjoyed doing this series, but I am absolutely exhausted. But I'm pleased I've done it. This is a game I've never ever managed to finish before. I was hoping to break it down into smaller videos, but I got a bit too carried away, didn't I? But there we go, it is now officially complete. Right, all we've got to try and do now is nuke the final blocker. There's only one on the right. So unfortunately, he's missed out on the final ends. We are moving on now. There we go. Congratulations. Everybody here at DMA Design salutes you as a Master Lemmings player. Not many people will complete the Mayhem levels. You are definitely one of the elite. Now prepare to receive a rapturous applause from all here. So there we go, as expected, not a lot to the end though, but that's retro for you. But it has been a very tough task, but I'm pleased I've done it. But anyway, hope you liked my video. Please like and comment. You can find me on most platforms, type in Born Game and find it fairly easily. When I'm not doing long plays like this, I do haven't been making live streams every Friday night, usually time 8 o'clock. It's hard, but wait, so it's easy. Ciao, bye, see ya. Okay, level 96, one way or another, has no resemblance to Blondie whatsoever. 75 lemmings, 100% if needed, and rate... Okay, level 97. This one's called Poles Apart. This one, I have to admit, did get me for quite some time, but I think now I've got it. Also got a frog in my throat. I don't think it's actually... Okay, resume play once again. Level 99. This one contains 100 lemmings. 99% is rescued. Well, not yet. They're not rescued yet. You've got to save them first. Okay, let's start... Not the start of the game, Jamie. We're resuming play. Go again. Okay, level 100 is called the Pillars of Hercules. Unfortunately, got a few issues. Alright. Okay, level 103. This one features only 2 no! Here's 2 levels. Lemmings. Okay, this is level 105. This is the fast food kitchen. My paperwork's over there. Right. No, can't do it. Hang on a minute. No. Paperwork was in the wrong place. My lord. Oh, my lord. Oh, I'm doing that round stepping stones. Welcome to level 110. This one contains 100... I didn't write the title down. Didn't write it down. Oh, hang on a minute. Okay, level 110 is no added colours or lemmings. This one features 50 lemmings, 100% is needed, and we've got 5 minutes. And of course, this featured before, way back in level 5 of tricky difficulty. No, it didn't. Shadow Beast 2 finds the hero, Arbron, in half-beast form, wandering the lands, maybe, not the streets. The streets of Karamoon. Doesn't sound as bad, does it? But anyway, what is also an issue with this one, and it's a mystery sometimes, is the vines. So sometimes vines can block your lemmings, and sometimes the lemmings walk over it with no issues or dramas. And that's my door. Oh. Oh,